You've probably seen lie detectors in movies. Someone sits in a chair, wires attached everywhere, a needle starts moving, and suddenly the machine knows they're lying. But here's the surprising truth. A lie detector doesn't actually detect lies. So what does it measure? And why do people still use them? Let's break down the real science behind the polygraph. So what is it? A lie detector is officially called a polygraph, which literally means many writings, because it records several body signals at the same time. The machine measures physiological changes, automatic reactions your body makes without conscious control. Typically, a polygraph tracks three main things: heart rate and blood pressure, breathing patterns, skin conductivity, also called galvanic skin response. Skin conductivity changes because when you sweat, even slightly, your skin conducts electricity better. And yes, humans sweat more when they're emotionally aroused or stressed. And the key idea is this: the polygraph doesn't measure truth, it measures stress responses. During a polygraph test, the examiner asks different types of questions. First are neutral questions, simple facts like your name or age. Then control questions, questions designed to make almost anyone slightly uncomfortable, such as, have you ever lied to get out of trouble? Finally, relevant questions, the ones connected to the investigation. The examiner compares how your body reacts across these categories. If your physiological responses spike more during the relevant questions, the examiner may interpret that as deception. But notice what's happening here. The machine is not detecting lies directly. It's detecting emotional reactions. And emotional reactions are not the same thing as dishonesty. Here's where science gets interesting. People experience stress for many reasons: fear of being accused, anxiety about the situation, embarrassment, anger, even just being nervous around authority. An innocent person can show strong stress responses simply because they're scared. Meanwhile, someone who is calm, trained, or naturally less anxious might show very little reaction while lying. Because of this, many scientists and psychologists consider polygraph results unreliable. In fact, polygraph evidence is often not admissible in court in many legal systems because accuracy cannot be consistently verified. Studies have shown results can sometimes be little better than chance under controlled conditions. So if polygraphs aren't reliable lie detectors, why do they still exist? Because they can be psychologically powerful. The belief that the machine can detect lies often encourages people to confess or reveal more information voluntarily. In other words, the effectiveness sometimes comes from human psychology, not the machine itself. The polygraph is better described as an interrogation tool rather than a scientific truth machine. The deeper lesson here is about how bodies and emotions work. When humans lie, many experience cognitive stress. The brain is managing truth, invention, and fear of consequences at the same time. That stress activates the autonomic nervous system, the same system responsible for fight or flight responses. The polygraph simply monitors those physical signals, but biology cannot currently distinguish between I'm lying and I'm terrified people won't believe me, and that difference matters a lot. So how does a lie detector work? It doesn't read minds, it doesn't detect lies, and it doesn't measure truth. A polygraph measures changes in breathing, heart rate, and sweat, physical signs of emotional arousal. Interpreting those reactions as deception is a human judgment, not a scientific certainty. The machine records data, people interpret meaning. And that's why, even after a century of use, the question of whether lie detectors truly work is still debated today.